Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. I love those. Nice kick, girl. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show, everybody. Hello, Coon Rapids. Hello, Andover. Hello, Anderson. Hello, Waconia. Hello, Plymouth. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. That's what Tuesday looks like in 2020. Thank you, everybody. Have a seat. Let's get started. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the day. Welcome to the most productive day of the week, according to experts. I don't know if that's true. And welcome, please, to Kendall, everybody. Hello, Kendall.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi. I'm good. I'm just curious about your mug.
Oh, this is one of, producer Jeff asked me if I did any shopping when I was in Walt Disney World.
Yes.
I did too much shopping, actually.
Too much?
My luggage weighed well above 50 pounds. So I had to be very nice to the bellhop or the sky cap folks. I was like trying to talk to them. Maybe they wouldn't notice the 3 pounds overweight suitcase, but
I love your shoes.
I know. I was
so
like,
good.
that uniform looks really good on you. But this is a mug. It's a little Star Wars mug that I got there, but I bought probably too much. That's all right though. How you doing?
It's okay. I mean, in your defense, you were there for a really long time.
I was there for 12 days, so a lot of shopping. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of shopping to be done.
I'm good, and I was very happy to hear something you said in the meeting about some puppers we had yesterday.
Yeah, so if you saw our show yesterday, we had a boxer rescue group on. Here's a picture of them yesterday. So fantastic. You know, they provide foster homes for boxers, and if you guys know me, boxers are near and dear to my heart because one of my kids with furs, Dexter, is a boxer. So the middle one there, the white little boy, that's Jack Frost, and we heard moments after our show aired yesterday, they immediately got several emails about the dog. So I'm really hoping it goes through. The families provide good homes. And then yours, Lucky, I think they got an email about him as well. So I think
sweet.
Lucky was a little boy, right? I think Lucky was a little boy. Yeah, they're both little boys. But so cute. The face. And then I got home last night, and Dexter and Mr. Big, I have a French bulldog, they were with Grandma for most of our trip. And I came home last night for the first time. And Dexter was sniffing me. He was like, you cheating on me with another boxer? And that's my boy. Dexter was like, look, he kind of gave me like the side eye of like, what's that smell you got going on there? I'm like, I love you. You're the only boxer for me. That's my boy. We do this thing. I tell the audience sometimes after the show, I'm very much a creature of habit. When I go home after the day's done, if it's just me and usually Colin's gone, I open up the door. Dexter meets me at the door. He wiggles his butt, and then we walk in the room. I change into my after school clothes. I go like this, and he jumps on the bed and he gives me a hug. He puts his paws up here, and I rub his belly. We do it every single day of my life. That's my boy. That's my boy. Okay. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. There is something Minnesotans will be interested in. We now know who will play Bob Dylan in an upcoming biopic. This guy right here, Timothy Chalamet, will be the iconic musician. The film will be based on the book Dylan Goes Electric and will follow Bob from the singer switch from folk to rock music. Now, this is good news. Dylan will also serve as the executive producer on the project. Timothy is currently in theaters and Little Women. This film follows other music biopics that were box office hits in the last few years, like Bohemian Rhapsody, and in 2019, Rocket Man. Great casting on this one. If you look at early pictures of Dylan and you look at Timothy Chalamet, it couldn't be better. Doesn't he look the part?
He does.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like him. I think the important thing to note is what you said right off the top, is that Bob Dylan's playing a really big role in this too. So, you know, he's got his hands all over it.
Okay, but here's the deal. I've said this before about biopics. I don't know if you should be in charge of your own movie, because human nature is you want to put the best foot forward. So like the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, my big beef was the guys of Queen, the surviving members of Queen, were very protective of certain details. And it's like, sometimes we want to know a little bit of the nitty gritty. Right. You can't blame the guys. I just hope Dylan shows us an unfiltered version of his life. No, I don't know how unfiltered I want Bob Dylan to be, but I'm saying, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, he's very private, but I could also see him being like, I don't care what you people think. This is the whole story. Here you go.
And we do this thing, hashtag unpopular opinion. I'm gonna say something. I have to be honest. I know it's almost, you can't say something like this in Minnesota.
You're not gonna do it, are you?
I'm gonna do it. I am not the biggest Bob Dylan fan. Thank you, Megan Lane in the front row. Half the audience left. It's fine.
Just walk right out the door.
But you know, I'm sorry. I'm not the biggest. But it's not my genre of music. I'm not. I'm Madonna and Paula Abdul.
Right,
for heaven's
and
sake.
you can appreciate him. Doesn't mean you have to always want to listen to him.
I can appreciate, just like Prince. I know some people that bleed purple. I can appreciate Prince, but another unpopular opinion, I don't love him. Capital L is no.
Aaron
You're misreading me. I love his music. I can appreciate that he is a musical genius.
Yes.
I'm just not a fan like some people are fans. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a difference.
I get it.
Now the other half of the audience left. That's right.
Everybody's gone.
Yeah. Next in the look, they're the only 3 left right there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Next in the dish, or 6. We showed 6 people there. Yeah. Next in the dish, revenge body is a real thing. Revenge body. You'll know what it is in a minute. And Adele has gone all in on it, following her divorce 14 months ago. New photos of her, show she's lost weight. Look at her with Santa there. Us Weekly says she's down 14 pounds and has a new fitness regime, which includes 60-minute sessions of cardio, circuit training, and the uber popular Pilates. I almost said Pilates. Pilates. Sorry. I still have, give me just a minute.
It's okay.
Pilates. These photos, thank you. You have them clapping just so, because I'm saying words. It's fine, yeah. These photos prompted some on the internet to say that she's lost too much weight, with some even saying she looked better when she was heavier. Her people are defending her, as they should, saying her life is much more well-rounded now than it was before. It is pathetic that her people have to even defend her about something like this, because here's my feeling. And again, yes, I'm biased. I come at this from a personal standpoint. You and I both know we are both people that have struggled with our weight. I don't do fat jokes. I don't like fat jokes. I don't like skinny jokes. On the internet, you're never going to win. Because when she was heavy, people were crude and rude to her and mean. And now she's not even too thin. And who is anybody to define what is too thin for another person? Some people are.
Right.
I've said this before. I got a very nice constructive email from a woman about 5 years ago. I made kind of a snarky comment. I always said, I don't do fat jokes, but I made this comment about a skinny person. And this woman said, hey, just check yourself a little bit, because I'm just naturally thin. And no matter what I do, I'm just naturally thin. And it changed the way I felt about, that's why I don't do skinny jokes either. She looks great, doesn't she? Leave her alone. She looks
great. Well, and she's going through something that's very deeply personal.
Yes.
If you are not her doctor, you have nothing to say on it. That's all there is to it.
Yes. Well, if you're not her.
No.
And bravo for her for getting healthy. And 14 pounds. 14 pounds, it's not like she went, I don't know.
I know.
Weight is so personal, and divorce is so personal. Leave her alone. But then, are we surprised the internet is a cesspool? You know what I mean? It's just a swamp of mean people sometimes.
Yep.
Sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah. I use a typewriter.
I don't know.
Yeah. Next in the dish, after 2 weeks off, all the late night shows returned last night, and Colbert welcomed Queer Eye's Tan France, who gave Colbert some fashion advice for the new year. Look at this.
Can we talk about menswear real quick?
I hope.
Okay. Do you remember last time when I was here, you were wearing a very peculiar tie? It was a sports game. It was, I don't honestly know what sort. So you had a very, very kooky tie on.
Yeah.
And I thought that was your fashion choice. But I know you dress incredibly well. I've seen you many, many times. You always look very, very, very nice. But there's something that's fashionable nowadays that you haven't started wearing yet.
Is this it? Because they have something back here.
They have something here.
May I show it?
Yeah, I would, yeah. Okay, let me explain. Yes. Can I come on?
Okay. Audience. So, Tan says animal print is going to be huge in 2020. So, I don't know. If the King brothers are watching, order me up a cheetah. Yeah, I'm going to be a cheetah. They're watching. They watch us every day from their shop. Should I do cheetah or a zebra? What should I do?
All I know.
Snake?
If you do.
No?
I mean.
No snake?
No snake.
I love the audience now. Okay, maybe cheetah. Do we like the cheetah?
Oh, you make fun of my cheetah shirt all the time, so we totally need you to rock cheetah.
Okay, I'll do a cheetah. King brothers who do my suits, I would like to order a purple cheetah, please. Some purple cheetah, yeah.
A purple cheetah?
Purple cheetah for the Vikings.
Cheetah.
Yeah.
Skull Vikes.
Let me just say something about Tan.
Okay.
And I love Tan and Queer Eye. But I jokingly blame him for the prominence of the French tuck. A fashion trend I do not understand. It is when you tuck just the front part, it's with dudes, mainly dudes. You tuck, our executive producer Jeff's doing it, you just don't take a shot. Audience just saw that. The audience just saw Jeff off camera starts doing it, and I mention it. Jeff goes, "Don't you take a shot at me." But I don't get a lot of fashion things. This is one of those trends I do not understand. You just tuck in the front part of your shirt and leave the back out.
I like it. It hugs in your waist for like women. I like it.
How does it do that? Because it's pillowy on the side.
No, because if you tuck in enough, it pillows back here, so it like slims the front, because then it hides all this junk. You know?
No. We gotta go. We'll debate this on a special edition of our show. We have a lot more to come. Go grab another cup of coffee. Meet me back here in just a minute.
Coming up, tears, jeers, and pilot puns. The Bachelor is back. And this flight promises to be filled with unexpected turbulence. Producer Ted gives his view from above. Plus, they are our homegrown HGTV stars.
Oh, shoot!
Brad and Heather Fox are back with us to talk about their hit show, Stay or Sell. And while they're here, they're going to give you great tips on kitchen remodels. Don't miss it. It's all coming up.
Really weird. And then Peter's pilot, they brought in a couple of women, very accomplished women, a Marine pilot and the first female member of the Blue Angels, to give the ladies a pop quiz about airplane stuff. And that went exactly how you might expect it went.
How high in feet would you and Peter have to be to join the Mile High Club?
30,000? Is that 1,330? It's 30,000. Yeah,
All right, let's reveal our answers. Okay, 30,000 feet is ridiculously wrong. No.
Are you going to space?
Yeah, okay, back here. Didn't even try. That's awesome.
I love those two. I hope they keep them around the whole season. I'd like to see them host a game show. Are you smarter than a Bachelor contestant?
Hey, I'd watch that. Welcome back. Jimmy Kimmel poking fun at one of the dates on The Bachelor last night for its season premiere. Pilot Pete made his debut last night on the 3-hour Bachelor premiere. There was kissing, there was crying, there was people mounting other people on their laps. It was crazy. And plenty of drama. A lot of that. Yeah, look at this.
Hi, Peter.
What's up?
I'm coming for you. Hopefully I don't hit any turbulence on my way up.
Hey, smooth skies ahead.
I'm going for the Mile High Club, you know? I'm in it to win it.
What is this? Got some baggage? Thank you, sir. Oh my God, I'm impressed. Wow.
Hi.
Welcome. What an entrance. Here, let me
Thank you.
help you off there.
So,
All right.
wow,
Welcome.
I've made it to my final destination.
Hi there.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm Jenna.
Jenna, Peter.
Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you. Who's your friend?
This is Ashley P.
Okay.
She's my emotional support cow.
I don't know what to say.
No, the best part was 2 of the girls thought that was a pony.
Yeah, yes. Seriously, they're looking out, Kendall's right, they're looking out of the window and they're going, look, a pony. Yeah. No, it's a cow. Night 1 involved, thank you for bringing that up, that was great. Night 1 involved introductions, a rose ceremony, the first group date, and a familiar face. And for all things Bachelor, we turn to our expert, and that means once again it's time for America Loves Ted. And producer Ted Johnson joins us from our control room. Good morning, Ted.
Good morning.
Okay, Ted. First of all, did you see that moment that Kendall was referring to with the cow and the women thought it was a pony?
Chalk it up to another lady. Yeah, I mean, 30,000 feet, you know, no, not those ladies. No, I don't, yeah.
I know.
It's just another
it's not
thing
what you
say.
thought. No, I know what Ted means. Chalk it up to another crazy moment on The Bachelor is what you mean. Yes, I know. I'm saving you, Ted, right now. Yeah. Overall, you've watched many of these over the last few years. Overall, what did you think of the premiere itself?
I was thrown off by the fact that it was 3 hours long. I do 2 hours, one night a week. Don't give me a 2-night premiere. Don't give me a 3-hour thing. Give me one night, and then do the introductions. Let's do the rose ceremony and move on.
Because we were saying in our meeting, and I think the audience would agree, in this day and age, in 2020, I think it is a lot to ask for us to sit down and watch a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
I do. I don't think we have the patience anymore. Okay. Your first impressions of some of the fine women.
They're very attractive women. A lot of them have good jobs. There's no ice cream scooper, or sometimes they have those weird titles.
Like twin. Remember the one whose occupation was just twin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was surprised, and you just saw it there, by how many women he was just making out with.
I know.
In front of all the other ladies.
There was a lot. I told the audience, and they thought I was joking, but there was just a lot of aggressive making out for night 1.
And no shame.
No shame.
No, my wife might be right there in that seat.
Yeah, no. Well, but again, we have to keep it under context. I mean, this shouldn't surprise us. This is Windmill Guy. I mean, you know what I mean? This Pilot Pete.
And they only told us that 10 times last night.
I know. I got a little sick of those jokes. Okay. Now, there is one of the women. This was unusual. There was one of the women, and I should say, I watched an hour of this before I gave up. And in that, Peter knows one of the women. How did this happen?
Unclear if it was just spontaneous or she was doing a little stalking. This is Kelly. They met in the lobby of a hotel randomly.
Okay.
In which they sort of did a dance. They locked eyes, and now she's on the show.
Well, that seems a little. But Ted, don't you think he seemed really excited to see her?
He was into it.
Yes.
He was into it. He wasn't freaked out at all. He was like, "Oh, hey, Kelly."
Yeah. Very. Yeah, and he turned around and looked at her as she walked away, too. I noticed he didn't do that with all the women. It was just, yeah, anyway. Okay, now I mentioned that there was a blast from the past. Who came back? Who was the ghost of Christmas past?
So we had been seeing these in the trailers, that Hannah B., who they went in the windmill, you know, they did their thing several times, and we had seen that she was going to come back, but we didn't know to what extent.
Yeah.
Well, she comes back initially, and she's like, here are your pilot wings that you gave me. You should have them back. Okay. And I was like, really? That's it? Well, then they brought her back again, and she's like messing around, blah, blah, blah. Then she's in the back, and she's basically like, I have feelings for him.
Oh, is that the scene we just saw with the running mascara?
Tears. So many tears. And he was like, are you doing this because I'm the Bachelor? Or are you doing this because you're like actually into me? Because she lives 20 minutes away from his house. She never reached out to him. She wanted to go on a date with Tyler C. after she broke up with Jed. And he's like, well, I don't want to be your third. But
oh, you know what I just thought, audience? Ted, you know what I just thought? You know who we know who knows him and her? Gene Burstyn. Yeah. We need to ask, because Hannah B. was Alan Burstyn's partner, we need to ask Gene to ask Alan if Hannah said anything about Pilot Pete.
Yeah. And you remember, they tried to make Alan and Hannah the thing.
But they weren't. They weren't. Okay. How did the ladies, really quick, how did the ladies react to seeing Hannah B?
Oh, they did not like it. Yeah. I think at first they were like, oh, look, Hannah B's back. This is weird, but get out of here.
Yeah.
And then she came back again, and they're like, get her out of here.
Yeah. Finally, okay, let's do this. We always do this the first day of the season for The Bachelor. Your pick. We need to know your front runners and pick real quick.
So here's some of the people I like. Kelsey, she's from Iowa. The Victorias, you know, they might be a pair to watch out for. But my pick is Madison. She had the first one-on-one date. They seem to have a good connection, so we'll see. Madison.
Okay, I'm going with Hannah Ann? I'm going with Hannah Anna Banana. Hannah Banana, Rosanna Dana. I'm going with her. That's mine, yes. Ted Johnson, everybody. Thank you, buddy. The Bachelor on ABC, going back to Jimmy Kimmel, but staying with The Bachelor, Jimmy made hit. Now, you just saw Ted's prediction. Jimmy does this every day or every season for The Bachelor, predicting who will win, and his wife actually does it, and she's been right 6 out of the last 8 times. Look at this.
And let's see. We are going to say the winner, if you can call it that, is going to be Hannah Ann.
Look how red he's turning up. His heart beating fast. Oh, my God. That's what I love about white men.
Same here. All right. Well, we'll be watching you very closely. We'll be watching you at all times.
Yep, we will. Every Monday on ABC. Jimmy going with my pick, too. Jimmy's going with the same one, model Hannah Anna, Rosanna Dana. Tiffany Haddish throwing her 2 cents in there as well. I actually think he's not going to pick anybody.
What?
I do. I think he's going to get to the end of the season and he's not going to go with any of them. That's my prediction. Yep.
But that's just what happened last season. Yeah. That's so annoying.
Well, nope, I don't think he's going to find love. Yeah. Still ahead, everybody. The stars behind the HGTV show Stay or Sell are here. And if you're looking to renovate your kitchen, they are here with what you should do and how much it really should cost. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Look who's here. Our next guest. They're our friends. Our next guests are the stars of one of HGTV's newest home remodeling shows, Stay or Sell. And what you can't see right now is Kendall's having basically a cardiac arrest. She's so excited. They're sharing some of the secrets behind home remodeling, including how much a kitchen renovation really should cost. Give it up for our friends Heather and Brad Fox from Fox Homes, everybody. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you. We're happy to be back.
Yeah, it was very funny. Kendall was in our meeting, and she goes, "I have to try to contain myself. I love those two." Well, yeah.
Yes.
Well, let me start with this. Congratulations. Everybody. My mother watches HGTV religiously. It's hard to break out in a 400-channel universe. I read nothing but great things about the show. That has to feel good to get positive comments back from the community.
Yeah, it does.
Honestly, we always said, like, locally it was all that mattered to us, and everyone locally has been so wonderful, and they come up to us at the grocery store and all that, and that's really what matters to us is all the Minnesota folks.
And I mean this, it is really a good show. I'm not just saying, everyone that I talk to, everyone's like, we're not to support them because they're Minnesota. It's a really good show. Yeah, anyway. Okay, so let's talk right now about kitchen remodels because correct me if I'm wrong, and my father-in-law is a plumber, so admittedly I know a little bit about this.
Sure.
Remodeling a kitchen is one of the most expensive areas in your home to remodel. Am I right on that?
It really is. And it does sneak up on people. We get a lot of people who come to us with a great budget, but it's not quite enough to have a contractor do it. So that's why today we were hoping to kind of chat about real costs and give people hopefully some insight into it.
Okay, number one, research contractors.
Yes, that's super important. We're a contractor, but we hope that people research us too. Talk to other people who've used us. We're happy to show you projects. Any contractor should be, projects that we've completed in the past or they've completed in the past. And talk to past clients too. That's an important thing. Because it kind of is like a little marriage. When you're doing a kitchen or
because you get into it. You get into it with your clients, and you're ripping their home apart. So
it's a lot of money. I mean, the stress with spending a lot of money, and you guys have to deliver not so great news sometimes, with delays, and it's.
I make him do that usually.
Way to go! Way to go! Multiple contractors. So research, not just don't go like, oh, my brother Phil recommends. Do multiple people.
I would say at least two, right?
Yeah. Unless you have someone you've used in the past that you really love, obviously that's great, right? But if you don't know, I think it really is worth talking to a few, because on the scope of the project, you might have some different ranges. You might have different suggestions on what to do, things that they've seen.
And contractors, correct me if I'm wrong, have some specialties. Like one person may be better for your particular design of a house than another based on their years of experience. Am I right?
Completely.
Okay. Well, definitely stylistically, they'll all range. And then honestly, pricing right now on the market is pretty crazy. So you might just want to shop just because of pricing.
Crazy good or crazy bad? Like high?
Everything is expensive right now.
Labor costs are high. So when we're hiring plumbers and electricians, those costs are quite a bit higher. And material costs are really high.
My father-in-law said that, Hire a designer.
I think that's a no-brainer to me, but I'm a designer, so that's why.
Duh.
But I think that most designers bring something different to the table. So maybe you've been pinning things, you've been looking at pictures, but maybe those don't always work in your space. And just having someone with experience to help you draw plans, give you suggestions on appliances for what works for you, and cabinet styles and colors, and just kind of putting everything together.
And also, and we're looking at some examples right here. Also, don't you think too that because a professional designer, you guys become aware of things and trends and products and material that a normal person doesn't know of, that they haven't even thought about when they're dreaming up their spaces.
That is such a good point. I actually think that in most cases when people hire me on,
that's beautiful, by the way.
Isn't that pretty? Thank you. Most people end up saving money when they hire a designer, because we're finding ways to maybe do things less expensively. Maybe you found a $30 a foot tile that you love. A designer might be able to find that same thing, or a lookalike
because of
for
your
10.
resources.
Yeah, exactly.
You mentioned this briefly. Number 4, start a Pinterest board.
I love Pinterest. It makes my job as a designer so much easier to kind of understand someone's style. And I think it really helps all of the clients too, even if they don't hire a designer, kind of understand what they like, colors, trends, fixtures, materials, and just kind of gives ideas. It's a really good way to start anyhow.
Number 5, financing.
Yes. So
that's tricky. So obviously you have to pay. So what we're saying is that most of our kitchens are coming in around $50,000 to $75,000, and that's not a small amount of
now money. The other half of the audience.
Right. And honestly, we are pretty moderately priced for the market. So we're just being honest. Like that's where they're coming in at, and we have a lot of people that we meet with that have gotten 2 other bids that are at $100,000 for a kitchen. So,
and we're talking like full kitchen.
Job,
so like taking everything down and kind of building it back up.
Opening up a wall,
new cabinets.
Right.
And isn't a big chunk of that plumbing is really expensive?
It is.
Sorry, Papa Haas, but I'm just saying,
Right.
Electrical and plumbing.
The electrician and the plumbing, those line items on an invoice are usually the two largest outside of the cabinets. which, you know, she has control over sometimes.
I actually, though, I think that there's ways, if someone's on more of a budget, you know, using a box cabinet, and then sometimes what I'll do is I'll take like custom pieces and incorporate those in, or maybe the island is custom and the back of the kitchen is a boxed cabinet, and the boxed cabinet typically is a little bit less expensive.
You just made the point again, tricks that you know that a normal person won't know.
Right.
More with the Foxes when we come back. Stay with us, everybody. Is it?
How to take a garage down, right there. I thought that was going to be a lot more complicated. I am there to make sure that everything happens according to my plan. Our plan.
Well, yeah.
Floors. Keep the floors.
Floors stay.
Good shape. Please don't drop anything heavy. Don't dent. Don't nick. Let's try and keep them as good as we possibly can. For this, unfortunately, I think all of this has to go. I would like it if you could keep this, though. I don't know what we can do with it, but try. Don't.
Well, there went that plan. Welcome back, everybody. It's a clip from the HGTV show Stay or Sell, and it stars our guests, our friends, Heather and Brad Fox. Okay, take me to that moment.
Let's just relive that over and over again. Yes.
Luckily, we are used to things not going perfectly, so you just kind of move on.
Have you gotten to the point that you've done enough episodes now where I say when something bad happens to me, I'm like, okay, or like funny bad, I say this is horrible, but at least I can fill a segment on the show. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So have you gotten to the point where you're thinking, this is horrible, but it's going to make really good TV?
Totally.
Put it in, fine, whatever.
With any remodel, whether you're doing a kitchen, large scale, small scale, there's a million moving parts. Something's going to go wrong. No matter how organized and great your contractor is, something's going to happen. So
we were talking about trends just a little while ago and the benefit of hiring a designer because they know the current trends. I'm going to go through some areas and just give me top of mind what's popping right now. Let's start with wood.
Okay.
Every decade has a wood that's in fashion.
Yeah.
What's hot? What should we be looking at right now?
I think we're trending to white oak. Like a nice light bleached oak is really what we're seeing.
Like the audience is back. They all came back for the bleached oak.
Yeah, it was darker, and we kind of went through the walnuts, and now it really is. We're seeing so many lighter woods. Yeah.
Cabinets too.
Cabinets too.
Not the yellow oak from the 90s.
Okay.
Not the honey oak.
We all laugh because we know those cabinets.
We all know that, yeah. But it's more of like a Scandinavian boho, that really light wood that works really well with modern. It works well. She's done it with traditional kitchens.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. Next, let's stay with cabinets. Colored cabinets.
I think colored cabinets are always a yes in my mind. I'm a color fan. I mean, look at all your color everywhere around here.
I know,
right?
this is Pee Wee's Playhouse.
I love it. But color brings me joy and happiness. So I like incorporating it on a larger scale. And I think more people are kind of getting down with it now, where cabinets are not just white or gray or black. You're seeing blue, you're seeing yellow. I mean, green. Tons of colors.
Okay, but let me ask you, I'm thinking, Are people a little afraid of color because it's a trendy type of thing that aqua might be in this year, but next year it might be. But then again, you can just paint it. I mean, if you're doing colored cabinets,
always my thing. It's paint.
Yeah.
So if in 5 or 10 years you're kind of sick of the color, you don't have to change your cabinets. You just paint.
It'd probably be about $2,000 to $3,000 to have it all repainted.
Custom, professionally painted.
Professionally painted. Yeah.
Backsplashes. What are we looking at?
Backsplashes, people are really into shapes right now. So, subway tile, if people are doing that, we are still seeing that, of course, too.
Yeah,
but kind of doing it in a cool, basket weave pattern. There's a local tile maker, Mercury Mosaics, that does amazing shapes, really cool tiles, some fish scales, boxes.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, as a designer, if someone's doing a very monochromatic, like a white kitchen, that is kind of your a cool opportunity to add a splash, because your eye, am I right on that?
Totally, yep, bold patterns, or even a little bit of color we're seeing.
Okay, hood vents.
So, I think the days of the microwave above the stove as kind of like that venting hood vent are kind of trending away. So we're seeing actual hood vents built up above the stovetop, and people are hiding those microwaves away. They're putting them under a cabinet. They're putting them in a pantry.
Drawer microwave.
A drawer microwave. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Drawer microwaves?
It's pretty snazzy.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
They're a hiding microwave. Walk-in pantries with backup fridges.
Yes.
We have backup fridges now?
This is huge. This has been something that we've been seeing with a lot of, especially larger families where they have 3 or 4 kids, which so many people do that we've been working with. We have a lot of large families right now. Having that extra fridge for, a lot of times you have like the freezer in the basement or the, soda and beer fridge in the basement. Like this is just secondary milk and, cheese and all those things you actually use every day.
Well, it sounds extravagant, but it'd be $1,000 or so. You're not going to do a high-end fridge in your pantry. It's just
it's like the basic
nice,
white
simple fridge, but
fridge.
My Mama Haas has one. We call it the Milk and Bud Light fridge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
There you go.
I'm actually very serious about that. But anyway, no, that's a great idea, though. That is, especially for people who have cabins and for extra ice. And that is, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, let me be really quick before we go. What can you say without getting in trouble or /jinxing? What do we know about a new season? Anything?
Yeah, we're hoping to know more later this month.
Yep, there's a big thing in LA where they all get together and blah, blah, blah. We don't really know.
There's potentially some reformatting. There's some, we're kind of, you know what though? Life is great. We're just kind of trucking along, crossing our fingers that something happens. And
I'm optimistic. I think it's going to happen. I think I do. Give it up for Heather and Brad Fox, everybody. For more information, head to foxhomes.com and support them. Watch every episode, people. Still ahead, we're having fun with emojis when we return. Back after this. Thank you, guys. So you'll know. Well, get ready to feel old, everybody. Welcome back. Listen to this. 30 years ago this month, this episode of The Simpsons aired on Fox. It was the second episode ever of the show and the first to feature this iconic opening title sequence. Yep, and that leads us to your TV knowledge. It's game time, everybody. Here we go. We are bringing back a Jason Show favorite, the emoji game. I'm going to show you a series of emojis that describe a popular TV show, and you have to guess what the show is. The player with the most correct answers wins a coveted Jason Show mug. Playing today to my left, please say hello to Elissa, please. Hello. Elissa, right? Okay, always. Aaron spells it out for me. There we go. And Rochelle, everybody. Welcome, Rochelle. Okay. Let me look at these today. Okay, this should be good. I love this game so much. Now, the puzzle is going to be on this big screen right over here. The moment you know, go ahead and buzz in on the buzzers in front of you. Director Leo, please put up the first puzzle.
Bachelor.
You are right, Elissa. That's right. The Bachelor. Okay, Director Leo, next one, please.
Oh.
Rochelle.
Walking Dead.
You are right. The Walking Dead. That's a good one. Okay, here we go. Director Leo, next puzzle, please. Oh, okay. I'm purposely trying to figure them out, too, without looking. Okay, think about what the first item is. And then multiple women. Multiple older women. Okay, time's up. It is the Golden Girls. The Golden Girls. Gold medal plus girls plural there. Okay, here we go. Director Leo, next puzzle, please. Rochelle.
Game of Thrones.
You are right, the Game of Thrones. Oh, that's good, Jeff. That's a good one, okay? Director Leo, put up our next puzzle, please.
Full House.
You are right, Elissa. That's right. Wow, that was, yeah.
That was good.
That's really good. Okay, here we go. Director Leo, next puzzle. Oh. Actually, this one is pretty literal. 6
Feet Under.
You are right, Elissa. That's right. One of the best shows ever on HBO. One of the best series finales. Okay, let's look at the next one. Look at this. Rochelle.
The Great British Baking Show.
Yes, you are right. Okay, it is 3-2. Here we go. Director Leo, next one. Oh, okay. Okay. You should have used a different last one, but... Okay, I'll give you a hint. That last item should have been a typewriter.
Oh, Murder, She Wrote.
Yes! She wrote. Oh, God, I love this game. Okay, here we go. Next one. You may get this quickly. Rochelle.
Cheers?
Yes. Yes, where everybody knows your name. 3 to 5. Director Leo, next one, please. Elissa.
I was gonna say 911, but I don't think that's right.
No, but I can figure why you would say that. This one's, it's not, it's literal if you think of what that first item does for people. Think of what that item does.
Can I answer again?
Sure,
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell, yes! Okay, here we go. This one's gonna go quick. Director Leo, our final one.
Love Boat.
Love Boat is right. There we go, everybody. Congratulations to both our players. They're both going home with the Jason Show mug. We're gonna take a break. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us, everybody. There we go. That was good. You guys are great. Thank you. Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. I was just thinking for January that I'm trying to look on the positive. We have a really good stretch of weather. I know this means not, I'm just trying to stay positive because usually, no, I'm saying, in the holidays, we have the holidays to look forward to. I normally hate January because there's nothing to look forward to, but we're having really good weather. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm trying to be positive here.
Okay, my birthday's in January, so there's a lot to look forward to this month. But I like the cold. Never bothered me anyway.
Oh, hello, Frozen.
Thank you.
I'm not worried about, but yeah, it's okay. And I am excited to celebrate your birth. I'll just say that. I'm very excited, yes. We're excited for you to be here, maybe on Kendall's birthday. If you want tickets to our show, it's really easy. Just go to our Facebook page. Click on that ticket tab. Let us know how many. Hey, and if you're a boss of a company, we accept groups. We have fun company outings. We love that. You're in by 9:15. You're out by 11:15. Come see us. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Your birthday. Welcome back, everybody, on this Tuesday. Hey, don't forget, if you miss our show live at 10, and I'm very sad when you do, but if you miss it, we have our replay on Fox 9 Plus. And as Aaron jokes with our studio audience, each full episode lives forever on our YouTube channel. So if you miss a segment, so all you have to do is search for the Jason Show TV and hit that subscribe button. You can watch full episodes later in the day. So I told a story.
Yes.
I told a story a couple months ago that I made I called a cocktail purchase at Walt Disney World, and everyone laughed at it because I bought a life-size bust of Darth Vader when I was at Disney World after a couple cocktails. And I won't even tell you how much it was, but it was very expensive. But anyway, so that thing has sat on my counter for months. And then I had it on a dresser. Well, look at this. My mother, now the reason I'm showing you this is the pedestal was a Christmas gift from my mother-in-law. And on Christmas Eve, she gave me this pedestal. And you would have thought I was given a pot of gold. And none of my nieces and my nephews, the kids, did not understand why crazy Auntie Jason was going so nuts over what they called a box. But I will tell you, this is how insane, this is how dedicated my mother-in-law is. You just can't find pedestals at Walmart. You have to go to a website called Pedestal Source to actually get a pedestal. I know.
For a museum.
For museums and stores buy them and stuff. But yeah, so I opened that box on Christmas Eve, and you would have thought she bought me a car. I was so elated because now Darth has a home. Yeah.
It's
true.
Darth has a home now in our little movie room. So
I don't know if I should call you an official adult or if I should be like,
I know
oh,
I'm a child. I'm a giant child. I really am.
You get excited over boxes.
I do get excited over, but now it's a little scary because it looks like another human standing in my room. Yeah. Tomorrow on the show, we're talking pets. Dr. Eric is back with his new puppy, and he has advice for anyone who got a new dog for Christmas. We'll give you kind of a little starter pack on that one, but that's going to do it for us today. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Got excited over a box.